Kum, salutations to the primes, 747 24/7, 361 degrees. How are y'all feeling tonight, today, this morning, wherever you are on the planet? We're doing the spiritual check-in. Shout out to the family. We are in the place to be. Today's date in the codex: 3 6 10. Let's go. Peace to everybody that will be participating in the 90-day water cleanse, the 90-day water fast and cleansing. If you are ready, let me know. Shout out to everybody. I really appreciate your presence. I really enjoy what we have as a movement. Many things to do. All right. Let me share the video a little bit, and I'll begin the discussion. All right. So, I will be going over the rules of the 90-day water cleanse. I will be going over the spiritual aspect of what the 90-day water cleanse represents. I'm just going to talk about life. Talk about, the body of the Messiah. And just express a couple thoughts from my mind. All right? Hopefully you can hear me clearly. All right, it sounds good. Sounds pretty decent. All right, so I'm going to be going over a couple things, and I'm going to be reading from various books, all right, that are associated with the Messiah Code movement. All right, these are master key applications. Okay, I'm going to be going over a couple things. Again, the 90-day water cleanse is coming up. Are you ready? Today's date in the codex so happens to be 3/6/10. So it is a 361 degree moment. Me and my queen, we took some time to reflect today. Really to just to get our minds right on the idea of what is to come with the 90-day water cleanse. And I want to let you know that this is a sacred moment. It is a sacred moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from the 90-day water cleanse book. I'm going to start from what is considered to be the upgraded body of the Messiah. All right. And I'm going to just read a little bit from this and just talk about it as I proceed to read it. All right. So what you see right here is the upgraded body of the Messiah. Okay. You have the 1 through 31, of course, which is the body of manifestation. Okay? We all represent that body of manifestation because we manifested between the 1 and 31 digits. Okay? Which essentially represents the sacred name and the sacred number. Cool? Hopefully that's understood. All right. Now, let's move forward with the idea of what the Messiah Code represents in the body. Now you know about the body of manifestation. Its various degrees of what a person would go through, and we call this the Temple of 31 Steps. All right? We call this the Temple of 31 Steps. Each body part represents a room or a lesson that one learns or one cherishes in life, more or less, to achieve a different degree of oneself. So you go through these rooms of the 1 through 31 in the Temple of 31 Steps. All right. But in the 90-day water cleanse, after you pass the 31 days, you move on to the other days that are associated with the Codex, the 32 through 99. Okay? You have completed the first phase of your evolution towards greatness, the 1 through 31. Now prepare yourself for the upgraded body of the Messiah. The numbers flow from 32 to 99. Each number represents an evolutionary step within one's awareness. The goal is to become the greatest version of yourself. The Messiah within guides you towards this realization. The leader and savior of a particular group or cause, you must show perseverance through every challenge. Every situation represents a degree within the sphere of life experienced by each individual. Your eyes provide the stargaze of awareness, looking within and exploring the journey of your soul. You are more than what meets your eyes. You are a collection of experiences that create your being as a whole. Define each moment as a learning experience that gets you closer to that which you call the source. The area which one travels multiplied by the height of one's reality equals the volume of the three-dimensional cube, what we call your very own Kaaba here on this planet, or what we call the mainframe consciousness. The experience of this planet is connected by the waters of each individual spirit. As the water takes shape of the vessel, which is your physical being, it upgrades your mind with the learnt perspective of experience. In the light of the universe, as a child of Shel-Om, manifesting as the primes, we are here to do a job in this reality. You have many purposes to fulfill, and the journey is just beginning. Take each step as a course on the road that you are traveling. Each person that enters your life each person that enters your life has a general purpose for your being as well, and they can represent a reflection of who you are or who you are not. Life teaches you many things about yourself if it is documented by the hand of the traveler. No one really knows the true aspect of your story except for yourself. This must be documented for calculated measures in the future of the future. It can be utilized to protect yourself from future attacks, and the threshold of your life will expand more than you can imagine because you know the cycles or circles of life. More than you can hope it to be, you are here to learn and become something greater than what you are today. This is something that you will enjoy as you move through the course of life, knowing that every experience that you have is really a good one. This is why it is said 747, God is good. In the sense that you take the good from the situation that you experience and become greater, even if it was a bad endeavor in your life. You live to tell the great story of your survival. All right. So I just wanted to read the introduction to the body of resurrection, all right, which begins on the 32nd day of the 90-day water cleanse. Now, each day has a journey and has a reflectional affirmation that represents peace within oneself, all right? So today, like I said, today it so happens to be 3/6/10 in the Codex. So what I wanted to do for this aspect of the build, I wanted to share a couple thoughts on these numbers, and I wanted to reflect on the numbers and see how it can be utilized in our life, in our life. All right, so we practice a calendar of 392 days. All right, so to say, 392 days in the calendar. All right, which simply represents a cycle. It simply represents a cycle. Okay, it doesn't represent us going around the sun. Okay, now what we are on, what is considered to be the third month. The third month. Now, the third month is connected with the aspect of the temple of 31 steps. Now, when you go to the temple of 31 steps and we think about the third day, we're talking about the right knee of the Messiah. All right? We're talking about the right knee of the Messiah. Each day has a particular journey within oneself. All right, so we move from the right foot to the right shin to the right knee. All right, on the number 3. So on the third day of Lamar's spiritual journey within the temple of 31 steps, his attention turned to the symbolic significance of the right knee. Why is that? Because he was reflecting within himself to understand the aspect of what this temple represents. Okay, as he explored the wisdom embedded within this aspect of his body, Lamar discovered profound insights related to what? Humility, contemplation, and flexibility. And you might say, why is that? Because when we talk about the knee, when one bends his knee or her knee, they bend it in the action of humility or submission. And when one bends their knee, they also bend their knee in a realm of contemplation. You hit the right knee before you hit both of the knees at the same time. Or you hit the left knee, either or. You in a contemplative thought, thinking about the situation. And the knee also represents flexibility. Okay? These are principles and aspects of what this month represents. So through the course of, we have 28 moons. All right? So if today is the 6th moon, all right, we have 22 more moons left. All right? So we learn something each and every moon or moon day. Okay? Moon and day. Because the number 10 would actually represent the day. These cycles are running simultaneously, if you want to know. All these cycles are running simultaneously in the calendar of the Walu Taino. Cool. So I'll break this stuff down. So we're dealing with the month and the cycle of 3, and the right knee serves as a spiritual gateway to humility, reminding us the importance of acknowledging our limitations and embracing a humble attitude on our spiritual path. Just as the knee bends with ease, allowing us to lower ourselves before a higher power, it symbolizes the act of surrendering our ego, embracing a posture of reverence and openness. All right. So Lamar realized that by cultivating humility, he could invite greater spiritual growth and insight into his life. Come on. These are some of the reflections that we're talking about here today. All right. My fault. I'm putting something in the comment section for y'all. All right, so let me continue. Furthermore, the knee represents a space of contemplation and introspection. Like a door cracked open, the knee invites us to peer into the depths of our own being, to explore the hidden corners of our consciousness, and to inquire into the mysteries of existence. Lamar understood that by embracing the contemplative nature of the knee, he could delve into the depths of his soul, gaining wisdom and insight that would illuminate his spiritual journey. Cool. Flexibility is a key associated with the adapting to the twists and turns of life's journey. The ability to bend and flex symbolizes our capacity to navigate through life's changes with grace and resilience. Lamar recognized that by cultivating flexibility in his thoughts, beliefs, and actions, he could remain open to new experiences, perspectives, and spiritual teachings, enhancing his own growth and evolution. All right? In the riddles of wisdom, we find truths waiting to be unveiled. Just as the door cracks open, offering glimpses of what lies beyond, the spiritual application of the knee encourages us to explore the realms of the unknown, to question and to seek deeper understanding. It reminds us that wisdom often reveals itself in moments of contemplation, and that humility is the key that unlocks the door to profound insights. Wisdom and riddles. The knee bends, ego unbends. Humility opens the door to hidden truths. Contemplate the cracks, for beyond them lies the mystery of existence. Flexibility grants resilience on the path of spiritual growth. Through the spiritual insights provided by the right knee, Lamar learned that humility, contemplation, and flexibility are essential virtues on anyone's spiritual journey. He realized that by humbling himself before the divine, contemplating the mysteries of existence, and remaining flexible in his thoughts and actions, he could navigate his paths with grace and openness. The knee became a reminder for Lamar to regain grounded, introspective, and be adaptable as he continued his ascent up the temple of 31 steps. All right. So I'm going through this. This is the number 3, and this is what we learn at the number 3. This is the 8th verse. As Lamar moved forward, he carried the wisdom of the right knee within him, bending with humility, contemplating the mysteries of the universe, and embracing the flexibility necessary for growth. Each step he took brought him closer to a deeper understanding of himself and the interconnectedness of all things. With each bend of the knee, Lamar opened himself to the wisdom and guidance of the spiritual realms, allowing his journey to unfold with grace, insight, and profound transformation. So that's what we learned at the number 3. We can go on to the number 6. Shout out to everybody. Put up your water wherever you at on the planet. Ashe, Ashel. Kum. What up? I'm gonna continue this, all right? So what do we learn on the 6th day, or the 6th portion of the body called the Messiah? Or what do we learn on the 6th month, should I say, or the 6th moon? Because remember, I started this conversation off with today being actually 3610. So if today is 3610 in the codex, we're talking about the 3rd universal number, and then we're talking about the 6th moon, because you only have 28 moons in a cycle. Okay, so now we're going on the 6th moon, okay, or the sixth, what you call the sixth day. It's considered the sixth moon. Simultaneously, we have the number 10, and the number 10 is associated with the number of the world or the number of the sun. Okay, so you have a universal number, which is 3. You have a what is considered to be a moon number, all right, and then you have a sun number, okay, or a world number. A sun and a world number, they're associated with the same thing, the sun and the world. Okay, so that's 3, 6, 10. The universal number is 3, the moon number is 6, the sun number is 10. All right, so what do we learn on the 10th day, the 6th day? All right, so now the body goes up like this. You got the right foot that represents number 1, which is harukment, movement. You got the right shin, which is nazuf, all right, number 2. You got the right knee, which is bab, the contemplative door, all right. Then you got number 4, which is nazuf, successful outcome. Number 5, which would be batul, which would be literally symbolic to one who is just becoming a hero, the beginning stages. And then you got the number 6, which we're going to talk about right now, which is called El Fatu. All right, El Fatu represents the morning of activities. It represents the idea of getting at something early. Okay, but what did Lamar learn on his journey within the Temple of 31 Steps? Let's talk about that. All right, I'll discuss that in the build. All right, it's definitely an alignment. It's an alignment. All right, so so on the 6th day of Lamar's ascended, on the 6th day as Lamar ascended to the realm of the right hand, he delved into the profound symbolism of the gift and the curse. The sacred word Fatu resonated deeply, representing the deep responsibility that comes with power and the understanding that it can be both a blessing and a burden. The right hand, in its spiritual essence, symbolizes not only physical ability, but the power to manifest intentions and to establish connections. It signifies the ability to take action, create, and influence the world around us. Just as the right hand is used to write contracts and establish partnerships, it reflects our capacity to build meaningful relationships, collaborate, and bring our visions into reality. This is the right hand. However, the gift and the curse aspect brings forth an important spiritual lesson. When bestowed with power, we must recognize that it comes with great responsibility. The gift represents the blessing, talents, and opportunities that the universe bestows upon us, enabling us to make a positive impact and achieve greatness. It is a divine offering that allows us to use our abilities for the betterment of ourselves and others. But with the gift comes the curse, which represents the potential pitfalls and challenges that accompany power. It serves as a reminder that power can be misused, leading to negative consequences and personal downfall if not wielded with wisdom and integrity. The curse is a cautionary reminder to remain humble, mindful, and conscious of our actions and the impact they have on others. Cool. So we're learning something on the sixth day, or what is considered to be the sixth moon. To apply this wisdom in our lives, we must recognize the power we hold in our own hands. We should embrace the gift, utilizing our talents, abilities, and resources to make a positive difference in the world. It is about leveraging our power for good, uplifting others, and contributing to the greater good of the world. Simultaneously, we must remain vigilant against the curse. We should strive to avoid the temptations of ego, greed, and self-serving actions. Hear me? By staying grounded and mindful, we can ensure that our actions align with our values and serve the highest of good. It is a constant practice of self-reflection, integrity, and what? Accountability. This is what the Messiah Code represents. If anybody asks you, when I revealed these lessons to you, it's very simple what the Messiah Code represents and the principles that we represent together as a community. All right? Simultaneously, all right, so the spiritual analogy of the right hand and the gift and the curse reminds us that power, when coupled with responsibility and moral alignment, becomes a force for positive transformation. By recognizing the inherent duality of power and consciously choosing to use it for good, we can navigate the path of righteousness and make a lasting impact on our lives and the lives of others, man. This is real, man. This is what I share with you. This is what I share with you, because this is an experience of what I went through in the Temple of 31 Steps. And I'm reflecting it to you here on the paper. All right? And hopefully it can help you on your journey. To keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. So through this understanding, we learn to embrace the gift and mitigate the curse, harnessing our power to foster love, harmony, and growth. It is a call to wield our abilities and influence with grace, compassion, and a genuine desire to create a better world for ourselves and what? Future generations. That's a cool. That's what we learned on the 6th day. All right. So let's go to the number 10, because I'm building on a calendar today, which is 3610. It is a 361 degree moment or an alignment. It is a total alignment today. And you are part of this journey with me, with whoever that is a part of this Messiah Code, in the future, now, and forevermore. Okay? Listen, let's deal with the number 10. So the number 10, let me tell you something. The number 10 is almost like a gateway of sort. It's like a gateway that you can't pass, or you can pass unless you have the secret code. That's what this is about. You know what the secret code for the heaven that we looking for? It's real determination and devotion. It really is. You have to have a sense of devotion to whatever you decide to be or what in your life, and determination. So this is an aspect of that. So within the temple within the depths of the temple, on the 10th day, Lamar encountered a locked gateway that appeared to be an enigma. Little did he know that this gate held the key to unlocking a new realm of knowledge, the world of binary and computer language. As he contemplated on the mysteries locked, a vision of zeros and ones began to dance in his mind, revealing the secrets of digital communication, the binary sequence. Because we moved past the 1 and the 9, now we're moving on to compound figures, or we're dealing with elements that have compound figures. All right, we're talking about also the creation of the universe as well. It can be applied in that same aspect. All right, because we're talking about fundamental elements that have a molecular structure of a compound figure. All right, hear me out. So, yeah, Lamar understood that binary, represented by the numbers 0 and 1, served as the foundation of the computer language. He learned that each digit held a specific value. When combined, they formed a language that computers could understand. This newfound understanding ignited his curiosity, and he delved deeper into the world of subnetworks and IP addresses. So this is the universal perspective of the now, because we're in the age of information. We're in the age of technology. We're in an age where we are growing and becoming something better or something new, but the world is already new. It is also transforming as well. So this journey through the temple, Lamar encountered the ancient sage who possessed profound knowledge of networking. The sage, impressed by Lamar's determination, guided him through the intricacies of IP version 4 and subnet mask. He explained that IP addresses were numerical labels assigned to devices connected to a network, while subnet masks determined the range of boundaries of that network. And I can simplify this for you real quick, if I could. Like, you have to get on the internet, you have different versions or different protocols to get on the internet. You have one is IPv4, and another protocol is IPv6, which is the world movement, which is where the world is moving to now. All right, but IPv4 is a sort of coding that deals with numbers from basically 1 through 30, or 0 through 32, or however you want to put it like that. All right, and these numbers essentially have a way to dial up, or a way to connect one to the internet, or make the internet run efficiently. Because when you get on the internet, you have a unique IP address that's associated with you only. All right, and this is how these numbers literally make this possible, or make it possible for you to get on the internet and not have a dub. Now, these all the IPv4 addresses are already bought up. We are leased these addresses day in and day out. okay, to get on the internet. That's why the world is moving more towards the IPv6, because it's they haven't they don't have the capability to buy all these addresses. It's almost what is considered to be an infinite amount. If you think about 10 to the 128th power, that's like a lot. All right, so yeah, just to break that down. So Lamar continued his journey within the temple. All right, now the number 10 represents what is considered to be the right shoulder. It also represents the idea of burden, of carrying some sort of burden of sort. Some of these things we got to let go, and this is what I want to talk about here. Like things that's overshadowing our heart, that's weighing us down. We got to let them go. We got to get them off our back, get them off our shoulders. All right? We don't got to carry these things around. We can move forward and do the right thing. You know, what's so interesting, man, it's a legend. It's a Taino legend of four brothers. And these four brothers, I'll explain this. And you know, if you wonder me talking about Taino is various different tribes along what is considered to be the Caribbean. Okay. So myself, I'm associated with those tribes. Now, I'm also a part of other tribes as well through my mother. Okay, so it's not just one-sided here, but in reflection to the Taino, they had a very peaceful way of life until they encountered the conquistadors, all right, of the Eastern Hemisphere. Now, let me move forward and talk about it, because it was four brothers, and the four brothers, they were, I would say, twins. They were all born at the same time, and one of them kind of had scars or whatever, scars on his body, or scars all over his body, which was different than the rest of them. Okay, so everything they did it together in some sort of way. So it came a time where they were spread, something happened, and they were spread across the planet. All right, so they flourished all in their own perspective, but you know, they long to come back and be with one another once again. So once they acquired and came with each other, they still wondered about the questions of their existence, because they did not know about their mother or their birth or how they were born. So what happened was a shaman told them that, more or less, that their mother died during birth. Okay, so the one asked, well, why am I inflicted with scars or whatever like that? So it's kind of a weird analogy, because the shaman spit on them, and like kind of like it made what it seemed like it was not really spit. It's really like it's like symbolic of him, like shouting on him showing disrespect towards him, or some sort of way, or aggression towards him. But what happened was, when the aggression landed on this particular brother, the aggression landed on his back, and then and it turned, or whatever, or the aggression, however you want to describe it, it ended up turning into, like, I guess, like it's like a sore or a scar, or what do you want to call it, a battle wound. And out of the battle wound came a turtle. So then that's when he realized, it's just a symbolic story. That's when the one brother realized that he was a ambassador between this world and the spiritual world. Okay? So just to connect the story up. I want to say I love y'all. 747-24/7, 361 degrees. This was very interesting. Y'all have a blessed day.